discussion about the history of alchemy and the general roots of it. Protons are stable subatomic particles present in all atomic nuclei with positive electric charge equal in magnitude to that of an electron of an opposing sign. The most common ionic or molecular compound to help you understand this conceptual definition is salt, or sodium chloride, which is common table salt. You have two ions or molecules coming together. Sodium is denoted by Na on the periodic table. It is positively charged in relation to the chloride ion, which is negatively charged. And together, as a reaction, the product is sodium chloride or table salt. Neutrons are subatomic particles present in all subatomic nuclei except ordinary hydrogen and has about the same mass as protons without an electric charge. Hence why hydrogen has so many other qualities and exists to power a number of products today. They have all found in all atoms and are responsible for electric charge in all solids. Okay. Again, you have substances that exist naturally or naturally occurring molecules that have unique factors because of the arrangement of protons, electrons, and or neutrons. So, and again, back to sodium chloride or table salt, you have protons, well, you have one proton and one electron per sodium per chloride. Hence, the reaction yields table salt. The relationship between mass and moles, especially if you're going to conduct mathematical conversions in chemistry. And everywhere in our society, this is going on right now, especially with the production of substances such as food, medicines, and other materials that can be consumed by animals or humans. Mass is a measure of matter in a substance or particle. It's often denoted by grams, kilograms, pounds, tons, stone, etc. For gram to mole conversion, you have to understand that molar mass of an atom of an element is given by standard relative atomic mass of that element multiplied by the molar mass constant. And here you see an equation for that, okay, which is 1 times 10 minus 3 kilograms per mole, which is the equivalent of 1 gram per mole. You're going to see this come up later, so don't try to commit it all to memory now. The molar mass constant itself is usually denoted by a capital M in a subscript U. It is a physical constant defined as 1/12 of molar mass of carbon-12. A lot of people do not recognize or don't believe in factoring the factor of carbon dating, but here's a formula here. Molar mass of any element or compound is relative atomic mass or atomic weight multiplied by molar mass constant. Again, you have grams to mole conversion, molar mass constant, and molar mass itself. These are conceptual definitions that anyone can understand. Now, if you study this part here and you commit it to memory and you perform a basic calculation, you will see the shared relationship between all three components. These are constants. These are true. Thus, they are always valid. I don't care what molecule or compound you're working with. If it starts true, it will always be valid. Thus, the reliability is unchanged. To help you further understand these basic units, let's think about moles. They are standard scientific units of measurement for large quantities of small particles. This is how you measure for the presence of a mass in an atom. I don't care what atom it is. It could be a solid, liquid, or gas. Everything that exists has mass, okay? And if it has mass, then of course there's calculable matter in that. Now, molecules are the smallest particles of substances that possess all physical and chemical properties and thus qualities of the subatomic substances, which are moles. Back to water. So, and by way of other naturally occurring elements that interact, that come together and give you water. And balanced equations, and is the ratio between the amounts and moles of any two compounds. Mole conversions in chemistry are balanced chemical equations at the molecular level and molar amounts of reactants and products. Back to water here. A natural reaction of just those two coming together, and that's a constant, okay? But let's say if you take 8 ounces of water, mole to atom conversion in chemistry begins with at least one particle in 1 mole, which is called Avogadro's number value of mole, which is equal to a number of atoms in exactly 12 grams of pure carbon-12. Back to carbon-12, and for those who don't respect carbon dating, especially in this economy, and that is gold. On the periodic table of elements, gold is denoted by a capital A, lowercase u. It is a transition metal. So on the periodic table or chart, this is going to be more toward the right, mid-center, in the company of silver, platinum, etc. So here you see a mole to mass conversion, or mass to mole conversion of gold. The number on top, 79, lets you know this is 79 grams of gold, okay, which is equal to 1 mole of gold, or 1 mole of gold has 79 grams, or weighs 79 grams. So the basic conversion you see is here. That is 1 mole AU divided by or over 79G, which is 79 grams of gold, which is equal to, again, your mass to mole conversion. So if you actually cross multiplied, this will equal 1. So basic mathematical and chemical conversion question would be, what is the mass or grams of 7.4 moles of gold? You have half your answer here. I don't care what you're converting. If you set up your conversion or your division the right way, you will always start with a basic scientific unit of measurement. This could be in math or chemistry. On the left should balance what is known or expected on the right. So on the top here, I have 79 grams of gold, which is the numerator, and the denominator is the equivalent, which is 1 mole of gold. Again, how do we know that? Because this exists, it is a fact that 79 grams of gold is equal to 1 mole of gold, and 1 mole of gold is equal to 79 grams of gold, which is mass. But the question is, what is the mass of 7.4 moles of gold? So all you have to do is multiply 79 grams of gold by 7.4 moles of gold, which is going to yield 584.6 grams of gold. And again, when you're converting, cross out your like measurements or units. And so all you have to do in order to ensure that you get the right unit of measurement to balance your equation on the right, here you would simply draw a line through mole, M-O-L, M-O-L, because the question is asking you what is the mass or grams. Cross out, again, if you set it up properly and you cross out the like units of measurements, meaning the ones that you don't want on the right, opposite of your equal sign, then the unit of measurement left on top in your numerator should be the one that you're looking for. And mass is denoted in grams. And again, if you were working to solve for kilograms, you would see lowercase kg in your numerator. And that's why you see the small g I have in bold here on the right. To write this answer out, you would simply write 7.4 moles of AU, or gold in parentheses, is equivalent to 584.6 grams of gold, or simply 7.4 multiplied by 79. Real world applicability of alchemy and the roots of alchemy in the real world. A couple of weeks ago, I put up a video about natural oils, and I didn't go in depth about cleansers, food, drug, and dietary application. You have a lot of people talking about alchemy, etc. right now. There are a lot of people putting up videos, a lot of people making a lot of money about combining substances. But if you understand how to combine these substances by way of mold to mass and their other qualities or properties, then you can maximize the benefits of these substances. And right now, we're in challenging times in terms of our economy. In that video where I talked about oils, it's because oils are expensive, but if you know how to buy them and use them, beginning with your carrier oils, such as olive oil, coconut oil, etc. You can use them head to toe in your diet. You can use them in a combination with other natural products to expand upon the benefits. And again, with cleansers, you have vinegar, which is natural, baking soda, which is natural. Bleach is not 100% natural, but it is derived from our green vegetation by way of chlorophyll. So combined in the right way, such as putting water at room temperature with white distilled vinegar, you have a super cleaning agent. You can also use this to spray your plants, your vegetables, to repel pests. You can use baking soda in combination with liquid Castile soap to clean your laundry, to clean up around your home after rinsing and your laundry or your surfaces. You can pour in some some vinegar at room temperature to sanitize them. Also to sanitize and disinfect your surfaces after washing them with the soap. You can spray with bleach and always rinse afterwards. Just for your food and drug or dietary habits, you think of alchemy in terms of what teas you can combine, what roots, what seeds, especially flaxseed, quinoa, and your legumes. I always tell people, if you're a tea drinker like myself, you can save those bags and you can plant them. But I do recommend only doing that after you've bought organic teas. Now, there are two good books by Reader's Digest that I recommend. I've owned the one in the red before. I don't know where that book is. After I let some people look in it, I know someone stole it. But today, The Food Cures from Colds to Cancer is only $5 at thriftbooks.com. But the expanded version that comes with some good recipes and shopping lists is on Amazon for $18. I recommend either one. And if they have the hardcover, please get them. Now, if you want to know where you can start buying some things, especially if you're already familiar with them, or if you've taken time to look through maybe a free copy of one of ships with, or relationships with companies, okay, you want to look to people that are doing independent, honest reviews, especially those that are not being paid. And then you have the option of beginning your own garden after reading one of the Reader Digest texts. That is the best way to